So students, I'll introduce you to the panel. So basically, we have Abhishek Puri. So he's the VP of our organization, and he'll be giving you a detailed overview about the organization. And we also have Rajdeep, who's leading the tech team at Thrillophilia. Okay. So Abhishek, you may begin now.
Great. Hi, everybody. Very good morning to you. Hope you guys are keeping well, safe, and sound. This side, Abhishek. I basically leads the entire partnerships and alliances here at Thrillophilia. On the other side, I am Vice President Growth at a lot of business verticals that I lead here at Thrillophilia. Now, guys, before I start, I want to keep this session very interactive and engaging. And I want all of you to participate in some way or the other where I can get a gist of whether you guys know about a brand or not. The objective here is to have an interactive session where I could also evaluate in terms of whether you have came across a brand before while you were Google searching some experiences, or there is a colleague or your friend or your family who have came across on a website while booking or just searching through internet in terms of knowing about a place. Do you land up on Thrillophilia or not? So before I start, I wanted to check with all of you. Maybe you guys can put a chat and maybe then unmute yourself and let me know if anybody know about us. Do you guys have resonated with us before in any form? Anyone?
I think Abhishek, they can only use the chat option because
Understood. Okay, so probably in that case, I could see few yes coming in. I'll quickly walk you guys through in terms of what Thrillophilia is all about. Thrillophilia is India's biggest online platform to book and discover experiential travel in the country. At this point in time, we are typically having close to 20,000 plus unique suppliers, around 40,000 unique experiences, around 40 million users that comes on our website on a monthly basis. Now, this is something which is spread across 169 cities in India and around 150 countries in the globe. So I'll quickly walk you through in terms of what Thrillophilia is all about and so on and so forth. I'll just quickly walk you through one by one. So we have around 20,000 plus tours and experiences which are instantly bookable on our website. When I say instantly bookable, that typically means if you're a user and if you're liking any experience, you can just read the variants, understand about the product, and directly go ahead and book now. Just like any other OTA, any other shopping website like a Myntra or an Amazon or a flight OTAs or a hotel OTAs like an MMT or a GoIBibo. On a monthly basis, currently we are serving to more than 30,000 plus transactions that is happening on a monthly basis on an average. Currently, if I talk about, you guys all know December is a festive season time and there's a lot of travel that typically happens in October, November, December. The transaction count has surpassed 50 plus thousand already in this month. Every month we get around 3.5 million website monthly traffic. But on the other side, if I talk about peak seasons like October, November, December, the traffic has even reached to 9 million. Since inception from 2010, when we have entered the travel space, at this point in time, till now, as we speak, we have around 2 million happy customers who have either made bookings through Thrillophilia or have encountered Thrillophilia in one way or the other in terms of booking experiences. We have biggest social media presence of any travel company in India, circling to 1.6 million followers on Instagram and around a cumulative reach of 2 million, considering we have around 440,000 subscribers on Facebook. At this point in time, how Thrillophilia works is whenever you guys have time, you can do this exercise where any travel related keyword, let's say, for example, things to do in Delhi, places to visit in Delhi, weekend getaways in Delhi, resorts in Delhi, restaurants and pubs in Delhi. And there are strategic travel keywords which is very, very helpful for an avid traveler to know about a place, to discover about destinations which is there in the city, to know about attractions and much more. Now, in such all travel related keywords, Thrillophilia typically rank on top to Google search due to our heavy investment on SEO. We have around 100,000 plus content pieces, which is typically ranking on Google. These are blogs, these are landing pages, these are informative pages, these are listicles, where people typically come to our website to read dynamic content about a destination, about an attraction, about an experience, about destinations where they can explore on a weekend, and so on and so forth. Now, what we also do is in these 100,000 plus travel content pieces, which are quite snackable, we also look at putting and integrating our travel experiences with a call to action. Now, these call to actions are typically products which are integrated on the content for users to book it. So, for example, if I'm a user and I want to know more about Taj Mahal in Agra, what I'll do is I'll Google search Taj Mahal, I'll come on Thrillophilia, I'll read about when it is opening, I'll read about when it is closing, I read about the history of things, and I also see when it is, how and when I can book it through a product link, and I can just transact it just like an OTA. So that's how the transactions is connected to the content discovery. And what we typically do is we connect the end supplier who typically delivers services on ground with typically an online B2C channel of Thrillophilia for our end users to book it. So at the end of the day, we act as a platform where we are connecting the ground suppliers and the end users to avail the services of different experiences that the customer has booked. Our product line is typically divided into travel guides, tours and sightseeing, activities and experiences, attractions and shows, rentals and transfers, and staycations. So typically rentals, staycations, tours and sightseeing is something that you might also see on an MMT or a Go Vivo. But how different Thrillophilia is with all those platforms is all these experiences are niche, unique, and very much experiential. Now, when I say experiential, that means if you're talking about a staycation, this is not a staycation which you can find in the middle of the city. This is a staycation which is offbeat, which is near a hilltop, which is near a waterfall, which is near a lakeside, which is inside the coffee plantation. So that's the kind of natural, unique offbeat experiences we are doing in all kind of sectors that I'm talking about. On the luxury side of things, we have seen a significant surge on luxury travel post pandemic, which is typical. I'll not say post pandemic, I will say post lockdowns when the travel restrictions got lifted within the country and also overseas. We have seen luxury category as a category has grown and outshine the initial categories that we used to sell on our platform. At this point in time, we have around 2,500 plus luxury experiences, which are like a yacht ride, a helicopter tour, a luxury Mercedes rental, a dinner by the poolside at JW Marriott, let's say, for that matter. It could be as simple as a skydive experience that technically cost you around $40,000, and so on and so forth. And the distribution on these transactions are around 7,000 plus on a monthly basis, with around 1,500 plus content pages and around 60 plus destination, which is inside India as well as overseas destinations. What we do on the partnership side of things is we do a lot of partnerships, which is done across various verticals and industries. Going forward, it is typically starting from airline industries. So Thrillophilia has a lot of media solutions and technical solutions, which is typically revolutionizing the entire brand space in India. The kind of TG, the target audience we have, is typically the target audience majorly most of the people and the brands offering niche solutions want to have. So we are partnered with airline brands, giving you a few examples like a Go Air, a SpiceJet, or an Indigo. We have used our technical solutions and we have created a lot of micro websites, which is powered by Thrillophilia domain. And all these experiences of 20,000 plus that I'm talking about, which is domestic and international, is powered on this microsite, which is white label for SpiceJet or a Go Air or a Indigo. And what typically happens is any user who is booking a flight directly from these online companies for airlines, what is happening is they're getting newsletter promotions, email promotions, and they have a call to action once they complete the journey of booking the flight to land on this microsite for a user to book experiences. So it is as simple as increasing the ancillary revenue for flight channels, and at the other side, it is also giving us an ancillary revenue at Thrillophilia by powering technology for these flight brands. On the other side, we are working very closely and actively with automobile brands. When I say automobile brands, we are doing something which nobody else is doing in the country right now. I'm sure you guys have heard about a car called XUV700, which is recently launched by Mahindra. Thrillophilia is powering and creating an application of Thrillophilia inside the infotainment system of the car, where it will act like a Google map for people who want to discover different destinations. On the other side, every time when a user is popping by to a nearby attraction or an experience, the app will typically show a notification where a user can know about the history of the place, know about what all places they can discover. At the same time, they can even book a travel experience from an infotainment system, which is something which nobody else has ever done in India. And Thrillophilia is only first partner which has partnered with Mahindra to launch it on all the cars which is in production from December 2022 in Mahindra XUV 700. Likewise, we are doing the same kind of partnership with multiple upgrades that I can't reveal right now, but that's something which is happening in Q1 of 22 with all Tata Motor cars which you see on roads. Likewise, KTM India, I'm sure you might have heard about this brand, which is an adventure motorcycle brand in India, and I'm sure some of you might even own it. We are partnered with KTM Adventure 390, which is their newly launched vehicle, to promote this bike as an adventure bike for biking culture in the country. We all know Royal Enfield is a favorable bike for people who are driving bikes in Ladakh and multiple destinations and terrains in the country. KTM wants to typically revolutionize them and change the persona that KTM as a bike of 390 Adventure is a bike which is favorable for long rides. It is multi advanced through technology, and what we are doing is we are creating exclusive bike trips for KTM. And what we have done in the past 6 months in this partnership is doing around 1,500 plus bikers who have booked KTM 390 Adventures in Ladakh from Thrillophilia. And that's how we want to typically scale this to multiple different destinations, which is there in pipeline for all of us. On the other side, on lifestyle brands, there is plethora of brands. I'll just take namey brands that you might can resonate to. And the lifestyle brands that I'm talking about is GoPro, which is an adventure camera, Boat, which is a lifestyle headphones brand. Typically, a lot of other lifestyle brands that you have heard of, like Visa, which is a fintech brand that you use for transactions, Mastercards that you use for transactions. We are doing and revolutionizing customer experiences for them in a manner where we are building micro websites through technology. We are typically curating a lot of experiences for them, for their community, to avail on special price. There's a lot of campaigns that Mastercard as a fintech brand is doing, which is promoting priceless experiences, which technically means every experience that you book through Mastercard is priceless. So we are taking those niche offbeat experiences which are kind of a priceless for Mastercard community. For GoPro, we are the only partner for them who is managing their community end to end. And we have right now around 25,000 plus signups for GoPro Passport program, where if you're a GoPro user, you can come on Thrillophilia, avail special offers on adventure. You have a monthly chance to win GoPro Hero 10, which is their newly launched camera. And there's a lot of influencer and media and the content activations we keep on doing with different influencers to engage the community month on month. Hotels and resorts, we are partnered with almost 800 plus hotel partners and resorts chains. And why hotels brand partner with us is typically because of our content pieces. Let's say if you are in Delhi, if you're in Rishikesh, if you're in Coorg, if you're in Bangalore, and if you're in any 169 cities that Thrillophilia possess, so you will typically find, if you write as a Google search engine resorts in that destination, you'll find Thrillophilia on top. So we feature resorts, we give a lot of mileage on our Instagram, social media promotions in order to generate a lot of eyeballs, mileage for a particular brand, and also at the same time give business through our solutions. A lot of travel accessory brands we are partnered with is like Decathlon, Wildcraft, Uniqlo, to typically promote content marketing and typically do a lot of branding on our ongoing treks on ground, as well as doing a lot of things on online. Travel events, we are partnered with almost all the events. Apparel brands, we are partnered with a lot of brands, audio-visual brands, and there are a lot of other tourism board partnership that I want to touch base here. And this tourism board partnership is typically in affiliation with Ministry of Tourism in India. So Thrillophilia is currently partnered with almost 6 tourism boards in India officially, where our objective is to promote that particular state as a go-to destination for everybody who's coming on Thrillophilia. We do a lot of product creation for that particular destination. We do a lot of influencer activation, do a lot of PR engagements, do a lot of an influencer marketing campaign, do a lot of performance marketing campaign at the end of the day to drive mileage, and at the same time drive a lot of transactions. And at the end of the day, passengers are coming to this particular destinations from Thrillophilia. Naming a few state tourism board that we are partnered with is Madhya Pradesh Tourism, Gujarat Tourism, Rajasthan Tourism, Ladakh Tourism, Karnataka Tourism, and Tamil Nadu Tourism. On the same time, we are also partnering with a lot of international tourism boards, because international countries who have major audience from India have a lot of strategic, I will say, brand concept that they launch every quarter of every year. And the objective is at the end of the day to bring more Indians to their country. And Thrillophilia as a brand which is into the experiential space provides this particular solution through tech, through marketing, and through performance at the end of the day to drive volumes. Thrillophilia as a 360-degree process works on content research and creation, followed on by listicles by picking these experiences online. We have a huge B2C presence as well as the B2B presence. On the other side, we have do a lot of amplification through content marketing solution, optimize it through SEO that I was talking about. Then we get leads, then we talk about positive testimonials, travel vlogs, and at the end of the day, we promote UGC content for our users to increase the community. We work with 5,000 plus suppliers globally. We have around 60% products which are instant bookable. We have the CSAT score of around 98.4, and monthly growth on the website is typically 15% month on month. Coming to marketing solutions, this is typically for people just to know in terms of what we do. We have media buying solutions, performance marketing, and technology integrations. Media buying solution is more on blogging, influencer outreach programs, and social media marketing. This is typically how we do blogging and content marketing. These are some blogs for brands like Boats, Sterling Hotels, which is a hotel industry. Influencer outreach programs, we work with almost 100 plus influencers, which are category A plus, B, C, D, nano, and micro all. And we do a lot of activations with them where we send influencers to generate very cinematic content on each destination. And we, work typically on mileage and awareness with all of those. That's some sample influencer posts that we have typically done in the last year. Amplification through Instagram and Facebook. That's how we typically do social media marketing, by promoting a destination or a product to our cumulative reach of around 2 million. Video marketing, this is typically we create a lot of cinematic videos for different destinations, and that's the kind of garner of video views that we typically do on YouTube, Instagram, as well as on Facebook. This is typically our audience profile, and typically 60% are male, 40% are female, around 38% are from age group 21 for 34, and 35 to 45 is around 42%, and above 45 is 20%. So you can see the diversification of audience profile we have. So we have people who are budget travelers, we have experiences for millennials, we have experiences for families, we have experiences for couples. Then people who are above 35 is typically people who are looking at luxury vacationaries, and so on and so forth. Geographically, our split is around 65% metro audience that comes on Thrillophilia, and 35% is non-metro. Going forward, we do a lot of newsletters and emailers for branding, a lot of banner ads that we do. Thrillophilia app has typically 500,000 plus subscribers, which is apparently on a development stage, which is sometimes started last 3 months ago. But that's the kind of subscribers that we already have for push notifications on our platform. We do a lot of native ads for brand promotions, do a lot of online contests like GoPro one that I was talking about. And then we have passive marketing solutions, which is typically for luxury vacationaries, adventure junkies, offbeat travelers, and international travelers. And this is typically ads that we run on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and GSM at the end of the day to drive a lot of volumes. We have sales support for all our experiences that we sell. We have a customer support for all our customers who have booked their experiences, which is active 24/7. And we do a lot of B2B marketing, and we have recently launched a B2B portal on the platform. Technology and innovation, we do a lot of microsites that I was talking about. We do a lot of product listing and enable booking. We do a lot of customized emailers, and we use a lot of technology innovations for upselling. Typically, before this is something on the technology side of things that I've talked about. I have just named few case studies for you guys to understand. Thailand tourism boards, we are actively working with them. Hong Kong tourism board, where the objective is to bring passengers and drive volumes in terms of mileage. Sweden tourism board is one of the tourism boards where we have created articles to typically launch Gothenburg, which was a new attractive destination. Jordan Tourism Board, which is again an international board, with the end of the day is to feature Jordan as a destination for people who can do adventure there. Dubai is an official partner for us for almost 4 years now. The figures are for last year contract pre-pandemic, where we have done around 24,000 plus transactions just for Dubai, around 3 million impressions that we have received, and around 100,000 visitors that has visited Dubai. These are the brands that I have worked with in the past, and these are the awards and recognitions into travel space we have received. Now I also would like to take a pause. I'm sure this presentation is quite helpful for you guys to understand what Thrillophilia does for the end users, what are our solutions, and what we do in terms of helping brands and customers to book things online. But on the other side, there's very interesting things for you guys to know in terms of what you guys will learn while you're entering the technical space here at Thrillophilia. Any and everything that you see Thrillophilia on the website, which is either the user interface, either the booking engine, either the website visits, mapping the people who are coming on the web platform, and a lot of things that typically is happening on the technical side of things. Everything is built in house. There is nothing that we have outsourced. All the technology, all the solutions that we are bringing for end users, everything we do is through in-house tech team. So Rajdeep is there on the call, who will typically be leading the technical team at Thrillophilia, and all of you who will be apparently joining us will be a part of Rajdeep's team. Rajdeep from our team will help you out in terms of understanding what will be the entire recruitment drive structure for today, what kind of technologies you will learn today, what are the things that typically are there for you guys to learn and groom yourself on the technical space while you're working with Thrillophilia, and he will probably take this up. All right. So, students, you can have any, if you have any questions, please shoot questions on the chat. If not, I will probably request Rajdeep from my technical team to take things forward from here.
Uh, can we describe the process, the package details, the joining details?
Absolutely. So, Mr. Amit, I would request Rajdeep, who leads our technical team, will probably walk everybody on the recruitment process and what is the scope of understanding and learning that is lying for Thrillophilia for students. So, Rajdeep, over to you.
Yes, Abhishek. Firstly, before I start, does anyone have any questions on what Abhishek has said up till now?
I think
Cool. Looks like we don't have any questions at this moment. So basically, my name is Rajdeep, and I lead the technical team at Thrillophilia. So Abhishek has already spoken about a lot of things, what the Thrillophilia as a company is doing, what Thrillophilia as a brand we're doing. There's a lot of business details that he has given you all. I'll be speaking completely on the technical side of things. Basically, what my department is doing, what we are doing in Thrillophilia, and what is our role at Thrillophilia, and if you join us, what you will be doing basically. So, so let me just start by saying, Thrillophilia is basically not a service-based company. As you have seen, all the things that we have done and shown are our own products and things that we do on our own. So basically, whatever products we have built are for our own users and for giving services and other integrations to all the partners that we work with. So basically, Thrillophilia is a product company, and we build and maintain all our products in-house, as Abhishek was saying, and we provide whatever services we have been providing up till now for different brands and to our customers directly are all built in-house. So the tech team is responsible for all this work, where we build and maintain the main platform of Thrillophilia, which provides all travel kind of services. A lot of people have this understanding that Thrillophilia is just a website, but as far as I'm concerned, like that's not true. Basically, Thrillophilia is not just a website, but it's a platform where we provide different travel services, which are distributed to customers via different channels and mediums. Now, the obvious way of interacting with Thrillophilia is via the website, and that is what most of the people know of. There are different other ways to interact with the Thrillophilia platform, such as the mobile apps, the B2B products that we have, the integrations that we have done, and a whole lot of other interfaces which are typically new to a lot of people. So let me go through them one by one and explain what we have been doing. So the very obvious thing is the website, where the customer comes to our Thrillophilia website. He looks at all the products that he wants, that he can go through. He shortlists certain products, and then he can go and book the products right away on the website itself and do all the payment through the website and avail the services without any hassle. So this is the obvious way of interacting with the platform. And as a tech team, we are building and maintaining the website, the integrations with payment gateways, and all the other technical stuff that he comes across, like the search mechanisms and so on. They are all built and maintained by the team. Another obvious way of interacting with the Thrillophilia platform is via mobile apps. And as everybody is aware of, mobile apps nowadays are the main way of interacting with any platform that you interact with on day-to-day basis. So that's another way of interacting with the Thrillophilia platform. Apart from this two, which are the obvious one, there are other platforms through which, other interfaces through which you can interact with the Thrillophilia platform. And as Abhishek was saying, one of the interesting interface is the infotainment system in the car. Now, with the recent launch of Mahindra's XUV 700, they have a big infotainment system in the car, and the people driving the car can interact with the Thrillophilia platform via the infotainment systems in the car. So the idea is basically, while you're traveling somewhere, you're going out somewhere, you can see all the things that you can do nearby. You're on a vacation and you're going somewhere and you want to do some activity, or you want to do some sort of a camping, you want to do some trekking. You'll get to see all these details pop up on your screen as you travel. So they will show you information about things that you can do nearby, the distances to them, what are the details about it, and you'll eventually will also be able to book them from the car. So this is a kind of a new integration that we have done with the automobile brand. And this is where this is also a part of tech team's work, where we build and maintain this different kinds of integrations. Now, the obvious questions that a lot of people have asked is, like, how is it different from Google Maps? Because Google Maps can also show you things like where certain things are happening, and it can give you distances, and it can give you some more information about it. But the difference is, even Google Map does not have all the information related to travel experiences and activities that we have. So basically, Google Map cannot show you tracks that are happening. It cannot show you what all packages that are nearby you. It can show you maybe waterfall, but it cannot show you what activity is happening at the waterfall. So these are the they're all the products that we have, and like we have around 25,000 of them. So it becomes easier for us to tie up with Mahindra and show all these products to people who are on a vacation and traveling. And that will be it's a good interface for people who wants to book a lot of things at the last minute. Sometimes people do plan things beforehand, and then that is where you can use the websites and the mobile app. But as you travel, if you get to know that in next 15 minutes you'll come across an interesting tour, so you can be part of it. On the other side, we are also partnering with Google. So Google, since does not have this information about travel activities and experiences, we have recently tied up with Google, and all this information will be available on Google search products and all the other products that Google have. So basically, as of now, when you search for anything which is like flights or hotel, Google's give you a lot of information about the hotels that are available and the flights that are available in the search, on the search page itself. So you don't have to go to different websites now and keep seeing data and comparing it. You can do it in one place on the Google search page. But this was not possible for travel related activities and product. So Google has been, in India, I think Google has tied up only with Thrillophilia as of now, and we are helping them get all our 25,000 plus products onto the Google platform. And you will very soon start seeing this when you search for things on Google. So you'll get to see travel and all travel related activities that you can, what you Google for, and sometime later you will also get to see all these activities and travel experiences in other products of Google, such as Google Maps. As of now, Google Maps do show you monuments and do show you restaurants and do all other things, but it does not show you activities and travel related products. And with this partnership going on, you'll very soon get to see all those details in all other Google products as well. So I think Google has already started rolling out the change to 2% of the traffic as per the latest information. And I think in the next 6 months, they will start rolling out to the general public within the next 6 months. We'll get to see a lot of these integrations that we have worked with will be live, and you'll be interacting with it when you search for anything on Google. So apart from this, I think there are other ways of interacting with our platform is via the partners that we have and via the API integrations that we have done all this while. So brands like Make My Trip, Is My Trip, Holidify, Thomas Cook, a few brands with whom we have done integration. And whenever you interact with any of these brands also, so even if you go to Make My Trip and try and see some products on the website, some of them are powered by us. Most of the activities and experiential staycations and other stuff do come from Thrillophilia, because Make My Trip is obviously very good in flights and hotels, but they don't have a lot of inventory in terms of activities and travel experiential products. So basically we act as a source for different channels here, different integration OTA partners, and these are some of the big names who we have tied up with. And this is where all the tech integrations come into play when we do any partnership with any of the bigger brands. So as of now, Make My Trip and Is My Trip are one of the biggest in the travel sector. There's Holidify as well, there's Thomas Cook, and there are a whole lot of other smaller brands who we have tied up with who are in the travel space. So basically all of them use Thrillophilia as a source, and when you basically book on Make My Trip, you're indirectly booking a product on Thrillophilia as well. So this is another way of interacting with the Thrillophilia platform. Apart from this sort of integrations, we have a lot of other integrations which Abhishek has already spoken about. Some of them are with tourism boards, some of them are with airline brands, and all of these integrations or partnerships need some sort of technical integration. So with airline brands, when you book anything, any flight, you'll be able to, as of now, you're able to select a meal and all the other add-on products that they give you. And very soon you'll be also able to select all the activities that you can do in the destination that you're going to. So if someone is traveling to say Goa, right, you'll be getting to see all the things that you can do in Goa and probably book them. And while you're booking your flights and other other details on the website. So these are some kind of other integrations that we have been doing and working with different brands. There are a whole lot of tourism boards where we are officially partnered with. There are some of the tourism boards where we are helping them out get into travel space and get all the products up and running and traffic on the websites. And some of the official ones, I think, are, as Abhishek was saying, we are officially partnered with Dubai, we are partnered with Saudi, Jordan, Thailand, and India it's with Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, and so on. So all this tourism boards require some kind of technical integration, some sort of a technical help, some sort of a technical services, and we do provide all of them. And that is also part of working of Thrillophilia's tech team. Apart from this, there are other brands where we don't do a lot of technical stuff, but there are different kinds of integration, not integration services provided for this particular brand. As GoPro is one of the main brands for travel related domain. So we have tied up with GoPro as well, and we have a different sort of services for them where the users of GoPro can come to Thrilophilia, sign up for the ongoing promotions, ongoing leaderboard stuff, activities that are happening. You can keep doing the activities and earn goodies and everything, and we maintain the community. So whatever tech support is required, whatever gamification methods are required here, they're all powered and maintained and built by Thrillophilia's tech team. Apart from all of these integrations, which are all external, there are a lot of internal products that are used by our teams, a lot of internal tools and other smaller tech tools basically that are needed for providing services to anyone who's booking the product. So right from booking till the person goes on the tour or on the track and comes back, there are different checkpoints and different teams are interacting with the customer. So there is, once the booking is done, there's after booking, there's an operations teams who get in touch with the customers. There's a finance team for payment related stuff. There is on ground team, and all of these teams need some or the other kind of a technical help. And we have built different products which are built and maintained in-house, and these are used by the internal teams at Thrilophilia. And these are some of the things that are built and maintained by the tech team at Thrilophilia. So apart from the internal tools as well, there are a lot of B2B. There's a B2B platform that has been built by Thrillophilia. So all of these other products, the customer was directly or indirectly was able to interact with Thrillophilia platform. But in case of B2B, it's not for customers, it's for other businesses. And basically we have a Thrillophilia Partners application, which is also known as Thrillophilia Agents application, where a lot of the travel agents, which are there in different parts of the country, can use the application and get access to 25,000 plus products, and in turn give services to their customers who comes to them wherever they are. So a lot of the small agents, what they do is they usually have a small stall, a shop somewhere in their locality, and a lot of people go to them and you book products or related experiences from them. Now, they being in a small locality, the constraint is they're only confined to things that happen in their locality. So with the product that we have launched for them, so they're able to see whatever whatever inventory that is available on Thrillophilia, they also get to access the same inventory, which is in India and outside India also. So basically they get easy access to all 25,000 different products, and we help them with the booking process, with the payment collection, with the maintaining of customer journey and so on. So this entire thing is packaged as a different product, which is specifically only for businesses. And that is also built and maintained by Thrillophilia Tech. So basically, these are some of the things that we do. There are a whole lot of other things also going on at Thrillophilia and what we do, but I just wanted to give you an overview of different kinds of things that happen technically at Thrillophilia. And to build and maintain all of these things, as part of technical stack, we use Ruby on Rails on the backend side. On the front end side, we have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. So it depends on what kind of things we are building, what is the interactivity on the page, and depending on that, we use React.js, or we just go plain out without React in some cases where speed is necessary. Apart from Ruby on Rails on the backend, we also have other technologies that are being used, such as Elasticsearch for indexing, Sidekick for all the background jobs, Redis for caching. And on the database side, we use both databases, the popular ones, which is MySQL and Postgres. They're used for different applications, since there are a lot of applications internally. Some of them run on MySQL and some of them run on Postgres. So technologically speaking, this is the tech stack at Thrillophilia. And I'm just going to take a pause here and let you all ask any questions if you have, based on what I've spoken up till now. And after that, I'll tell you what's the procedure for the test and the interview process. Does anyone have any other question here before I move on to the test related details?
Okay, Rajdeep, I think there are no more questions. We can straight away go to the process.
Okay.
If somebody has raised the hand, you can type your question in the chat box.
Okay.
I think Ishar Hussain has raised his hand. Ishar, you can please type your question. CTC, they're asking for CTC and other details.
Okay. So I'll come to all of this. Let me start with the test process. So basically, we're going to have, just after this talk, the very first thing that you're going to get is a link to a test. So there's going to be an online test. So the test is consisting of 2 questions, which you have to code out. And once you have been shortlisted to the test, once the test is done, the test is going to be of 1 hour. Once the test is over, we are going to shortlist people who are going to score 70 or above. And after that, whoever has been shortlisted will be sent to the next round. There'll be 2 face-to-face technical interview rounds. And if you have been shortlisted to both of them, we will be sent to the HR round. So basically there are 4 rounds: the test, 2 technical interviews, and 1 HR round. So that's the process for now.
And you also tell them the CTC and the package.
Rituja, did you share them the job details?
Yeah, job
Yes,
profile is
okay.
already shared with your students.
Yes. So I'll just explain here. Okay, so students, so we have 3 slabs for CTC. So this role is basic for software developer, and I'm sure that the details have already been shared with you. Okay, so talking about the CTC slab, so we have 3 slabs which are available. So one is 5 lakhs of fixed component along with 1 lakh of retention bonus. And then we have the second slab, which is basically 9 lakh of fixed component along with 1 lakh of retention bonus. And then we had the third one, which is basically 12 lakh of fixed component along with 3 lakh of retention bonus. Okay. Now this will be decided based on your your interviews and your online assessment. So students will be choosing the students who will be getting what CTC. Okay. And again, talking about the test process. So basically after this call, we'll begin with the online assessment, wherein you guys will be getting, the assessment on your email IDs. Okay. And this assessment is going to be for 1 hour. So as you guys log in, the 1 hour will start. Okay. And it will be conducted in batch of 50. Okay, so mostly we will have this, 2 to 3 hours, we should be able to wind up the entire online assessment. Okay, and just want to add something here that I would request each one of you not to, copy or go to any website and try to copy from there, because it's very easy for us to identify, because we are already aware of from which sources you will be able to, copy. And just ensure that you guys are doing it, the assessment, you guys are not doing any kind of, cheating here. And talking about the location. Okay, so I'm sure that this is already mentioned in the detail that was sent to you. So the work location is going to be Goa, but there'll be a 1 month of training which will be conducted in Jaipur. So for 1 month, you guys will be here in Jaipur. Post that, you will be going to Goa for the for your work. And this is the joining is going to be physical. Date of joining is going to be 10th of January. Okay. So this, as mentioned, this is going to be a physical joining and not a virtual joining or anything. Okay. So, okay, Rajdeep, so you want to add something here?
Yeah, as far as test is concerned, a couple of things to take care of is make sure your browsers are updated so that you are able to take the test without any problems. If there's a problem, make sure that you turn off your ad blockers because that might create issues sometime. And yes, as Rohan has already mentioned, please don't try and copy, because what has happened in the past is people who have copied, so we have rejected them both. Like there might be a source and there might be other persons copying from the source, but we don't know who's copying from where. So we have to reject both. So just to make sure that you don't get rejected unnecessary, we're just announcing this upfront. And yes, so these are the couple of things that I would like to tell about the test. Basically, update your browsers, turn off your ad blockers, and make sure you do your code on your own. So even though sometimes we have noticed that some of the people have scored lesser marks than what we wanted, like maybe less than 70, but we have even selected them, but not the ones who have copied during the test. And with the tools available right now, it's very simple to figure out. So please don't do that. I think that'll be then advice from my side. Yeah.
All right. So I think I have most of the questions are cleared here. Okay. So if you guys have any other questions, you can just, let Mr. Amit know, and we can definitely, answer all the queries. Okay. And again, since this is the Christmas week,
Rohan, I have a question. Like there are a couple
Yes,
of
sir.
questions who have some practical exams also.
Okay.
So at what time you're going to start this test? I think there will be batches, na? Students will receive email
Yes, yes.
test links by email only, na?
Yes, they'll be receiving it by email only. So we will be creating batches. So Amit, I mean, students will be having exams or something, if they're having it right now, so probably we can have them in the last batch. Okay.
Okay.
So
Students, those who have any issue, you can just mail me all the details so that I can send a collective mail to the HR. I have received only 2 requests till now. So if you have a request to make, please email me. You have my email account in your mailbox.
But you can also do get them.
I think we should start the
batch.
exam at 2 o'clock, because until 1:15 they already have some kind of assignments.
Okay.
all right. Okay.
So we'll start the exam at 2 o'clock. Don't worry. You just finish all your assignments, and then by 2 o'clock you can start giving the examinations.
Yes, Amit, we can definitely do that. Okay. So guys, so again, as this is the Christmas week, so I just wanted to wish each one of you a Merry Christmas and also a Happy New Year in advance. And yes, so that's it. So Rajdeep, anything that you want to add, or we should probably go ahead and end the call?
I think I'm done. We have announced everything.
One more question from my end. Like you're saying there are 3 CTCs, 6 lakhs, then your 10 lakhs, and then 15 lakhs, right?
Exactly.
So you will decide on the basis of the performance of the student what CTC has to be given.
Exactly. And that is the reason, I will request each and every one of you to be very honest towards the test and not to copy, because there might be, some students who will do really good in the test, but they may have the other students to copy, but then both of the students will get rejected. on the online assessment. Okay, so that's why it is very important that each and every one of you, be very honest while giving the online assessment.
Okay, and suppose we are starting at 2 o'clock, and if a student want to give exam, let's say in the evening time, 7 o'clock, so that can be managed, right?
We can have a discussion about this, Amit. So if there is any really some, urgency why the student is unable to give the exams or something like that. Okay, and I think for a couple of students, that shouldn't be a problem.
Hardly 10-15 students will be there.
Yes, yes. So we can probably, manage that. That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, done. No issue.
All right. Yeah, so
I think
that's
we're
it
done.
from.
Yeah, if any student any trouble, you have my email ID. Send a request mail to me. By what time you will be free, then we'll arrange your examinations at that time. Okay.
All right. So I think that's it from my end. I think.
Yep.
I think
Thank
now
you.
we are also done with the students are very clear with the entire process now.
Okay. So thank you so much, Amit, for organizing this, entire. We really appreciate, your efforts here. And for anything, I will definitely, I and Rituja will connect with you directly. Okay.
Sure. So we'll start the first batch at 2 o'clock, right?
All right. All right.
Done.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
So
Thank you, everyone. And I wish all the best
sure.
to all the students.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
So
Bye.
IT support, now we can wind up the session.